All right, welcome back. So this week I have my weekly haul, and at the end, I guess you could say it's a little small Grail. It was something that I didn't have on a list or anything, but you know, when you go into a comic book shop and something's in there that you don't expect and it's eye catchy, then sometimes you just have to go for it. So let's get started with the weekly pull. So this week came out Mr. Miracle number 7. This is the A cover with the Furies on it. And then this is the B cover. I'm really loving this series. So this is a great issue if you're a father and you may have forgot that special time of how it is in the operating room with your wife. But very detailed in this, and with a little bit of the new God touch to it. So if you haven't read this, definitely pick it up. Alright, I'm so happy that this came back out this week. I want to say that this was probably one of my favorite reads of this week. It's really hard between this book and the next one, but if you're looking for an all-out war between samurais and the main characters, you definitely got it in here. This felt a lot like Frank Miller's Ronin. I really loved it. I think Wes Craig, this is some of his best work that he's doing. I wish more people read this title and talked about it, but fantastic series. Now, I gotta say, Marvel 2-in-1 number 4, Zdarsky is killing it on this book. I really didn't think he was. I didn't even want to pick up this title, but after reading this and just seeing how much he has a love for the Fantastic Four characters and bringing them to life, I can't wait till the whole group's back. But this was a good addition to Marvel 2-in-1. So, Wonder Woman 42, just picked this up for the Jenny Frison cover. Maybe eventually my wife will do a review on these, but until then, there it is. Alright. Avengers 684. So this has been selling out like crazy in my town. I'm missing a couple of these. This is the first appearance of Immortal Hulk. I had to actually order the variant covers, which I'm not thrilled about. This one's the much better cover, but I ended up getting 2 other ones from a local shop that was about 45 minutes to an hour away. So, I gotta read them once I get them all. I think I'm only missing 1 or 2. Now, cover art. Supergirl number 19, The Art Germ. I picked up that. And then a couple other titles I picked up for the cover. Of course, the Adam Hughes Batgirl and the Birds of Prey number 20. And I ended up, because I like the cover so much and I pre-ordered it, I ended up picking up a couple of these. So 3 of those. And then Justice League of America, the Francis Matina cover. And I ended up picking up 2 of those. And then I gotta say, the real reason that I picked up 2 of those is I like the Black Canary in them. So this is Flash number 42. This has a David Finch cover. Really picked it up for the storyline. I mean, it's been on my pull list for a while, but I was thinking that Barry was gonna lose his powers for a lot longer in here, but he ended up getting them back at the very end. Old Man Logan number 36. I'm still really enjoying the story by Ed Brisson, But the thing that is killing it for me, which almost makes me want to drop the title, is the interior art. Diodado's gone. I'd like the fill-in artist that was for last issue, but this one, I'm gonna really have to see what happens next to see if I'm gonna continue with it. Like I said, I love the story, but artwork plays a key thing into reading the comics. Detective Comics number 976. Man, James Tynion is killing it on this series. I like the interplay between all the characters. There's even a psychiatrist session where they're trying to figure out what's happening with Orchid and all the problems that she's having with what happened in the last storyline. So I think we're only going to have a couple more issues of this. I'm really sad to see him go. I wish he would stick around for some more, but this by far is the best Batman book right now. Alright, Sideways number 2. So I ended up not picking this up on Wednesday. I think I forgot to mark it in my book, so I had to go Thursday and pick it up. This had a first appearance. I can't remember of who, but I've been hearing a lot of people talk about that this issue, this reminds them too much of Spider-Man, but to me, I like it. He's not as funny as Spider-Man, but it's just a newer superhero for the time period that we're in right now. So I'm going to continue to pick it up. I really like Sideways. Okay, so I didn't get to read all my books this week. I'm going to give this one last chance, but this is Versus number 2. And I believe this is the Virgin variant wraparound by Assad Rubik. So I ended up picking up that. Still need to read it. And then I didn't get around to finishing the part 3 to the Damnation storyline of Doctor Strange 387. So I'll probably read those sometime today. Now, a couple of books that I missed here in town, or that I just had to order from other local shops, is I was missing this Avengers, so I ended up picking up this one. And then one sad thing is, I thought I got this at a really good price, but when I called the retailer, he said that it was damaged. So this will probably be just my reader copy. It has a lot of color rub, and then this whole part has a slight crease in it. But like I said, it's nice to have one to read, and then I have one in near mint, so that's really nice. So these are also from the same retailer. I also ended up getting the variant cover that has it almost looks like Pickle Hulk to me, but it's the Immortal Hulk. I'm not a real fan of Scotty Young, but since it did have a first appearance, I ended up getting 2 of those, which was Immortal Hulk. Oh gosh. Now, I made a stop into the big shop in town, and he ended up getting a huge collection in, and there were so many things to choose from. But I was really blown away that I saw this on the wall. I've only really seen it in comic book shops twice in the last 20 years, so that shows how rare it is. So I'm going to just show it. So this is basically a Grail for me. I passed up on it probably like 10 years ago, just because I wasn't really collecting things. But here we go. Silver Surfer number 4. This is a John Buscema cover. Probably one of my favorite, most iconic covers of Thor fighting Silver Surfer on the Rainbow Bridge. I've wanted this book forever. I got this at a really good price. It's not in the greatest shape. I would say it's a mid-grade. I'm hoping that it's around a 4 to a 6 grade, but it doesn't really matter. I'm buying it for the visual of it, and then I'll have to go back and reread the whole story. But One thing that I was surprised with this is in Overstreet, it says that this was a low distribution comic originally. So I'm not sure if this title wasn't selling a long time ago, back in the 70s when it came out, and it was gonna stop, or for the fact that just a lot of people didn't order it. What I'm blown away with is how thick this book is. It's 60 pages, and once I found out what the story's about, I really want to read it. But I probably won't read this one just because I don't want to do any more damage to it. But this is like a mini Grail. Like I said, I usually don't make a list of things that I want. I like to be more surprised and find them. And, you know, if they're the right price, I'll pick them up. But that's it for this week. Thank you for watching. Till next time, guys. See ya.